take a seat right over there.
Hi, welcome.
All right, so I just wanted to start off by thanking you, Mr. Takalua, for coming to this start. My name is Mrs. Marcon, and I am Jonah's counselor.
Hi, thank you for coming. My name is Mrs. Molina, and I am Jonah's English teacher.
Thanks for being here. I'm Miss Wilson, the assistant principal.
Thanks for coming. I'm Mr. Cypher, his science teacher.
Thank you for coming. I'm Jonah's history teacher.
I also wanted to thank you for coming to this meeting. I'm Jonah's math teacher, but I'll also be taking notes, so I'm going to have to move over here.
All right, so I just wanted to explain the purpose of our meeting today. So this doesn't have to do with Jonah being in trouble for anything in particular. We just want to develop a strategy to help Jonah have academic success here at Summer Heights High. So we're all going to go around and we're going to start with Jonah, and he's going to share with us what he thinks his strengths are, and we'll go around and we'll just have the meeting go from there.
I'm good at dancing. I'm like the best break dancer in the whole school, probably the whole suburb.
Okay.
I do printings and stuff, and I'm good at art and draw.
Okay, so would you say you're creative?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. What about inside of school?
As all the teachers, they don't listen to me. They don't care about me. Every time, they're all mean.
Okay. I can understand why you might think that. We're going to move to Dad. So, Dad, what do you think are some of Jonah's strengths?
Well, I know he's very active, and so he has passion with certain things. I think he just needs more direction. He needs someone to be able to channel that in a productive direction as opposed to the directions he's been in, because they're all pointless, unfortunately, so far.
Okay, so you're passionate. Let's go around and see what strengths your teachers have for you, Jonah. Miss Molina, would you like to start?
Yeah, so Jonah, I actually brought in some of your student work here, and reading your work, I can see that there are areas where you have humor, which I think that's a great strength of yours, to have some humor. So I'd like to say that. I do see you in class being active and talking with your peers, but maybe we can just channel your participation and stay on task.
All right, Mrs. Wilson, what are some of Jonah's strengths?
I think Jonah's very honest with himself. Whenever he has to come to the office, he's very honest with himself. He knows what he's done, but it's just knowing what to do to fix it, and that's why we're here. Also, I think Jonah's really well liked on the campus, both by teachers and his peers.
All right, Mr. Cypher?
I could definitely agree with the creative part, at least. She needs to find every single way to figure things out in the lab, figure out every single reaction that I can come up with, at least. And he's definitely got some leadership in there.
Okay, so social and leadership. I keep hearing those words come up. Let's continue. Let's go to Mr. Lloyd.
Yeah,
Whenever we do role playing or our mock debates, he's always very active and always showing off his drama skills, and also sometimes incorporating dance into there.
well, yeah, he's very interactive and he's very interested. We just need to focus that a little bit more.
Great, thank you. And Mr. Pringle, can you share some strengths for Jonah?
Yes, I've noticed his excellent social skills, particularly when we do the collaborative portions of the math lessons, and a lot of success with the visual portions of math. The geometry's been a serious strength.
Excellent. Okay, so now during this part of our meeting, we're going to think about some ways that we can maybe improve and areas for growth. So Jonah, we're going to start with you. So what do you think are some ways that you could maybe grow here at Summer Heights High?
I don't know. I mean, I just wish that when I need help that teachers would actually respond, not just ignore me that would be a good start. More like performance arts activities would be probably good.
Okay, so we do offer clubs after school and learning labs where you can do things like we have dance club and we have theater club and we have art club. So we're going to continue. Any other areas of growth do you think you need maybe in the classroom? I know you were talking about the teachers, what they could do, but what do you think you could do? How do you think the teachers could listen to you more?
Well, I mean, if I put in effort, I could be smart. I just choose not to. So it's not really me being stupid. It's just I choose not to put in the effort. So I choose not to. But I could be smart if I wanted to. I just don't. I don't know.
So maybe being motivated. Okay. All right. Let's go around to Dad. What do you think are some areas of growth for Jonas?
Well, I think you guys just hit on incentives. I think that if the teachers were better at incentivizing work in certain ways that were particular to himself, as opposed to just general, universal things, you might specify things that would be good for him. But I'm not sure what those are because I'm not a teacher.
Great, thank you. All right, we'll go around to the teachers now. So
Please see your concerns with how teachers aren't responding to you. And I'd like to just put it out there that I will make it a point to create some more engaging lessons that have your interests in mind. I would like for you to maybe
give me suggestions on what are your interests besides breakdancing. If we were to be in an English classroom, maybe the history of dance or anything like that we can address. And alternative assessments that you might like. If you don't care for writing, although I do like your writing, I see that you do have some strengths in writing. I feel like if there was another way that you could express your knowledge of the area, then we can kind of make learning a little bit more fun for you. Mrs. Wilson?
So I was just going to say, I think it starts with our perspective and the way we look at Jonah, not defining him by his actions, but who he is as Jonah. So treating him as such and smiling at him or giving him positive reinforcement, I think would really help as well.
And I know we have our imperialism project coming up. I would wonder if you would want to maybe take a leadership position in one of those projects and be the one who actually choose the country in which we're going to study. Would that interest you at all?
I get to choose a country we study.
Yeah.
Any idea how to do this?
okay.
I don't know of any way to apply it directly to dance, but I can apply some of the numerical stuff to music. Do you think that would be helpful in any way?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so that leads us perfectly into our next section of the meeting, which is thinking about the goals and plans that we're going to have for
the rest of the school year. So my question for you, Jenna, what do you think are some goals that you could make for yourself to maybe meet some of these expectations of these classes?
I guess I could just put a little bit more effort.
Okay.
I know I'm not stupid, but.
So Jonah, I just want to explain to you, when we're talking about goals, this is where you want to be, a goal. So putting effort in is going to be the way to get to the goal. So what would your goal be at the end?
I don't know. Pass the class.
So what is something you could do maybe on a daily or weekly basis to help you put more effort in?
I guess I could try to do some of the assignments.
Okay.
What about for math class? So it seems like that's maybe not as interesting to you as some of your other classes. How can we work on making that more interesting for you? What are things that we can do?
I don't know, like show some like videos or put music or I don't know, something. So it's just so boring, just like lecture notes, and there's like more like music or videos or something. It might be more fun.
Okay, any other goals that you can think of?
Not get suspended.
Okay, so how can you do that? How can you get to that not getting suspended?
Just not playing pranks as much.
Okay.
Staying in the bathroom and graffitiing as much.
Maybe you could channel that creativity into artwork. Maybe you could do art club and show off your graffiti skills, of course, in a school appropriate way. I think you should consider it. Okay. Dad, what are some goals that you have for Jonah?
Well, the main goal, like you said,
Is to get him to pass these classes. But the one that I'd be able to help out with most is being more strict on him finishing his homework. Because I think that if he's continuously doing something like homework, it's going to make him pass his classes that much better. So I think the finishing the homework would be the best goals.
Okay. And just so you know, we do give planners to our students. Jonah, do you have your planner still that we gave you? Okay, we can.
I don't know, I lost it. Of course.
So we can provide a new one, but Jonah, that means you're going to have to use your planner. You're going to have to write in your assignments so Dad can check them every night, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, so Dad,
Another way to keep up with Jonah's assignments is through the Google Classroom. So I know many of the teachers have Google Classrooms, and you can log on and see what is due for Jonah that week, okay?
Got it.
Has Jonah shown you the Google Classrooms at all?
Not a single one.
Okay.
I don't know how to log on. You don't know how.
We can give you the passwords again to sign on, but it's going to be for each individual teacher. Can you log on to any of them?
No.
Okay, well that's something we can address, okay? And then Dad, you can keep up with assignments, okay? All right, so let's go around to the teachers. So what goals that do you guys have for Jonah?
I do see you achieving the goal of being an active participant in English class. And I have some strategies written down that I'd like to go over. I see maybe a possibility of you taking, as Mr. Cypher and Mr. Lloyd have said, a leadership role. Okay, so we can have somebody who maybe wants to pass out papers in English class or collect them. Or we can also have you sit near my desk so that when you do have a question, it doesn't take me a long time to get to you. And a signal. If you don't want to raise your hand and be obvious, we can maybe have a little signal that a paper that you can flip over on your desk to have my attention called that you need some assistance. So I think those are some strategies if you want that I can help in getting you to be an active, engaging participant in class.
Okay, Mr. Cypher, what are some strategies that you can suggest for Jonah?
So since you're doing really well with the labs, but not so much with the content and the tests, let's see if we can't focus a little bit more of the energy in our classroom and do some more labs. Let's do some more hands-on activities, get some more lab time for everyone. And while we're at it, let's see if we can't get a safety position for you so that you can really get involved and active with helping me out managing some of the materials for that.
What if I gave you a couple graphic organizers and stuff just for you to help you with your notes?
Okay.
I remember you asked if I could try to bring up some relevant videos, possibly around the subject of music, and that I could do without much trouble, but I'll still need you to finish some of the assignments, but I think I definitely can present it in that manner if you think it would help.
All right, excellent. So that wraps up our meeting. Do you have any final questions? So we'll give you a printout of everything that we just typed up for our notes. And just to summarize, we're going to give Jonah some more leadership positions in class. And we're also going to provide maybe some graphic organizers to help with notes. And Jonah, I want you to be using your planner, and Dad's going to be checking for that as well, okay? So I think if we do all these things, we can work together as a team to help you succeed. Does that sound like a plan that we can move forward with? Excellent. And Jonah, all right, and we will schedule a follow-up meeting similar to this in a couple months, and we'll just see kind of what the progress has been with Jonah.
Sounds good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So I will go ahead and walk you guys back to the office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Jonah.